Imagine the pressure, competing in two of the world's most intense rugby leagues while enduring transcontinental travel and grueling physical demands. This is the reality for South African teams in the United Rugby Championship and European competitions. However, SA Rugby CEO Rian Oberholzer has had enough of the complaints. His recent statements have sparked heated debates pitting coaches and players against the leadership of South African rugby. After the Sharks' humiliating 56-17 defeat to the Leicester Tigers in the Champions Cup, head coach John Plumtree didn't hold back. Players are not robots, and right now, the South African boys are being treated like robots, he said. Plumtree explained that the congested schedule prevented him from fielding his strongest team, as they were set to face the Bulls in the URC just days later.
Yes, boss.
But Oberholzer showed no sympathy. Speaking to Rapport newspaper, he stated that South African teams need to stop whining and make the best of the situation. To him, competing in European tournaments is a privilege not to be squandered by criticism. Remember, there are clubs in the European competitions that don't want us there. We must be careful not to shoot ourselves in the foot by constantly criticizing a competition we participate in by invitation. After all, it's our lifeblood, he said. Oberholzer didn't mince words, reminding everyone that South African rugby was kicked out of Super Rugby. In his view, the URC and European competitions are the sport's lifeline. He also highlighted the economic impact South Africa has on the URC. According to league CEO Martin Anai, over 50% of the tournament's revenue comes from South African broadcast and sponsorship deals. But does this justify the strain on players? While Oberholzer celebrates the financial benefits, coaches like Plumtree continue to point out the human cost. We're living in a paradox. What saves us financially destroys us physically, commented a source close to the scene. The issue isn't just about exhaustion, but about priorities. Oberholzer seems to believe that accepting the status quo is the only way forward. Our clubs have to live with the fact that they are competing in two tournaments at the same time, he declared. But is this mindset truly aligned with player welfare, or are we witnessing a situation where profit outweighs the spirit of the sport? Are South African players being pushed beyond their limits for financial survival, or is Oberholzer right in saying it's time to stop complaining and embrace the reality of competing at the highest level? Comment below and tell us where you stand in this controversy, and don't forget to subscribe to Green and Gold Army News for more fiery debates on the world of rugby.